What do I feed my dog? Hey, my name is Haley and I am with Arrowhead Bulldogs. I'm actually the owner of Arrowhead Bulldogs. And I don't know about you, but trying to figure out what to feed our pets anymore has been insane. Like, what do you do? Do you do raw? Do you do like the freeze dried? Do you do the fresh that's shipped out? Do you do the kibble? Everybody hates kibble. I don't even know what to do anymore. So what I did, and I'm gonna share with you what conclusion I came to. I went to a ton of different websites doing research. I love raw, but raw became really time consuming for me. Like, I did the math, and my husband and daughter hunt, and for me to be able to feed all of my dogs and my cats raw, I would need like 143 doe deer. That's a lot. Like, I can't even tag, like nobody can tag that in a single year. So realizing how unreal that is for me, I was researching different foods. Freeze-dried, the like fresh ones that come shipped to you, they're all super expensive. And I didn't really see that big of a difference in a couple of the top brand kibbles that I was comparing. So I went through and I was screenshotting all these different ingredients and the nutritional breakdown, and what I finally decided to try was Life's Abundance. The reason is the more research that I did on them, yes, they are a kibble. It's not my favorite. Kibble is not my favorite thing. But the reason that I like this kibble is they only produce so much, and they refuse to sell to local feed stores, grocery stores, pet stores, because a lot of the times when you buy your dog food at one of those locations, those stores are actually sprayed multiple times a week for pests, to make sure that there's no, bugs or mice or whatever issues there might be. So they spray it, right? And then if there's a little hole in that bag, where's that poison going? Okay, it's going into your dog food. And then that's if they can even get it into the store or into the warehouse. Sometimes they'll just sit outside. If that product is made with good food, it can actually go rancid by sitting out in the weather. That's not what I want to feed my dogs. And I'm like, there's got to be something in between just going and buying any dog food made by a candy company or like a clothing store company or something ridiculous. Like, they're all owned by something crazy right now. But Life's Abundance, from my research, has been a game changer for us. My dogs are doing so good on it. They have so many products that are helpful without, like, some companies, they have a product for everything. And I get super overwhelmed because I'm like, do I need this, and then I need this, and then I need this, and then it's just like, it can't be that confusing. Like, I don't have time to research every single product that I need. I'd rather be able to use something that is more general, but not lose the quality. So I'm gonna try not to make this super long because I could go on for hours about it, but my biggest thing with this one is that it's not your average kibble. The food is not cooked beyond nutritional value like some kibbles are. My dogs are thriving on it, which I personally feel is a big sign of whether the food is good or not. We've been on some foods and my dogs will lose all their hair, and I'm like, what the heck is happening? Or maybe their eyes will swell up, or they get hot spots, or just crazy things that can happen because your dog is not reacting to the food properly. It might not necessarily be the food, it's most likely the chemicals and the dyes that are used in the food. Fun fact, most people who claim that their dogs are allergic to chicken are not actually allergic to chicken. It's possible, yes, but the only way to tell that is if you go and get a blood test done by your vet. So a lot of times when I say I feed my bulldogs, chicken, people freak out. And in reality, it's everything else that is around the chicken. It's what is combined with the chicken. It is how that chicken is raised. It is the antibiotics or the hormones or the things that are in that chicken that the dog is generally reacting to. Most of the time, if your dog is reacting to chicken and you just cook some chicken or you give it raw chicken, chances are the dog's fine. It's just a possibility, just something to consider. It's not across the board statement, just something to consider. So I really appreciate that that's something that I have learned through Life's Abundance. I actually signed up. Okay, so technically you have to go through like a consultant type of thing. But I didn't start selling it until I knew for a fact that I I was cool sticking my name with it, that I was happy with my dog's outcome, that I'm happy with how my dogs are thriving on it. So when I actually started, I didn't tell anybody. I just purchased what I thought would be enough for my dogs. I can actually feed them less than what I was feeding them because the nutritional value on it is better than what I was feeding, so I don't have to feed them as much, and they don't poop as much, which is always nice when you're having to clean it all up. So there's that. And the amount that as like a commission that you make is actually very minimal. I actually make the most off of my own orders, which is understandable. I'm gonna order more than the average person. So that was also nice for me as a breeder because then I can get a little bit back from my own orders. It makes it actually cheaper for me in the long run, which is nice. But a lot of the products that I have tried, I've loved. Their agility formula is really great. I give this to all of my puppies. I give it to my older dogs too, but I find it more important for the puppies to get more glucosamine than other animals. Yes, it's important all the way through life, but I really focus it on my puppies. Interesting fact, glucosamine is very tricky, which I've also learned through Life's Abundance. So you can't just take whatever. It's very temperature tricky. So you want to be careful with a brand that says that they give like this crazy amount, because a lot of times it's actually, that might be what they put in it, but because, depending on the temperature that they cooked it at, you might have lost all of it. So regardless of what brand you get, getting a glucosamine supplement is important. I really like this one. I've also used one for their skin and nails, or their hair and skin. It's done really great for those issues. I buy their shampoo. I love their shampoo. It smells great. They have a really nice, I actually buy the shampoo in like a gallon, and I send little samples home with all of my puppies. Puppies do really great on it. I used to only use baby shampoo. Now I can use just one shampoo across the board, which is such a time saver and money saver because I don't have to buy as many different products. I've used their Bath Fresh Mist, which is really nice for those freshenings in between. I've also used, they have great bully sticks. Those are really great. I liked, for my go home packs, I like you to get like a little puppy kit and has like a bunch of different little things in it. They have great like little treat rewards. They have like little breath mint thingies, or like basically cookies for the dogs, but it helps freshen their breath and get rid of some of the bacteria. This here is actually a bag that I will send home with my puppies. It's the grain-free. I personally have just found that the grain-free works best for my personal dogs. You don't have to use the grain-free. I have found that by using either one with my other dogs, that it's fine. Some of my dogs are fine on grain, some of them aren't. Like I said, I want to do as simple as possible, so everybody just gets grain-free because it's easy. You'll also notice that a lot of the products are made for cats and dogs. Just the dosing is different. Because with cats, you have to be careful about some of the things that you use. It's not always all the way across the board there. But with a lot of their products, you can use them for your dog or your cat, just to check the dosage. So that's it for my kibble spiel. Normally I would hate it, but I like this one. So if you want to try it, we'll probably put a link or something down below to just look at it. Just research it, compare, and see what's going to be best for your dog. So hopefully that was helpful. See you guys later.